Herzliya, Israel. A beautiful Tuesday morning into afternoon, and we've got U17 boys futsal on the horizon. Live from Harishonim Hall, we are proud to present this edition of Maccabi USA on YouTube. We've got the United States Levon and Israel Kahol. Welcome inside. Will Hopkins alongside Sylvia Zeltzer. We'll get to Zach Karp on the sideline in just a moment. Both teams coming in at 1-0, but looking further back than just these matches a couple of days ago that these teams have already played. A little bit of an advantage on the Israeli side.
Definitely. We had the opportunity to talk last night to USA head coach Matt Smith, and he was saying that he was a bit concerned in terms of the team dynamics between both sides. I was talking to the Israeli team earlier, and they just came off an undefeated season in the Northern Youth League. They're an incredibly bonded team, great chemistry, great dynamic all around, while the U.S. team has only been playing together for only a week. And building that kind of dynamic is difficult in such a short amount of time. So there's definitely that advantage on the Israeli side of that chemistry.
And despite the lack of previous time together, the U.S. got rolling with a 6-1 win a couple of days ago against Mexico, powered by a free kick goal and 2 assists from captain Fixo Meyer McKee. The Cincinnati native is more of a defender as that Fixo position, but he still got involved in the goal scoring with 3 goal contributions. The captain is expected to be on the floor as much as possible for this United States side. Here to watch is brought to you by Freedom Mortgage. Freedom Mortgage, we make buying or refinancing a home easy. Now for more on the U.S. coaching staff on the floor, Zach Karp.
Thanks, Will. I spoke to assistant coach Yoel Ovadia last night about a story that he told me that was a full circle moment between himself and one of his players. In 2015, at the 2015 Maccabiah, Ovadia took charge of the Turkish 35-plus futsal delegation in a match against South Africa and won Trevor Morris. Now, 11 years later, he's back at the Maccabiah with the U.S. 17-plus futsal delegation. With a player, one Rafi Morris, the son of Trevor. Different times, different countries, but a full circle moment on the court today. Thanks, Will.
Thank you so much, Zach. Crazy how the stars can align just a few years down the road as we get set for kickoff, and we are underway. Israel in the white, going right to left here in the first half. For the United States, it's Micah Topchi in goal. The Fixo is the aforementioned Meyer McKee, the Aloes, Rafi Morris, and Yoni Reisman, and Zach Feder is the pivot. Feder with 3 goals and an assist on Sunday.
And a lot of these boys have played together from home. Feder and Etkes have played against each other and are aware of the dynamics of one another's gameplay.
On the Israeli side, it's Yuval Davidov in goal with Yonatan Buganim, as well as Ra'em Shani, Oshri Amit, and Jan Fesenko rounding things out. You'll see subs on the fly here in futsal. Do not have to wait until a stoppage in play.
This game is definitely all about speed and just being ahead of the other players.
A turnover in the midfield on the floor there for Feder, trying to keep the play alive, but it will be a kick-in for Israel Kahol. They won 13-6 against Israel 3 on Sunday with 4 goals from Shani and 3 from Amit. Fesenko and Idan Cohen, the coach's son, Itzik Cohen. Idan not getting the start, but he was on the score sheet, and Oz Asulin had 3 goals as well. He starts on the bench here today. Amit on the ball now, trying to work towards that American goal in Micah Topchi. A kick in for Israel. Once the ball is set for the kick in, you've got 4 seconds to kick it in. Immediately put in play there towards Buganim.
And you can definitely hear that aforementioned communication and strategy. I mean, even up here in the stands, I can hear the Israeli players talking to each other, coordinating the next play while the action's still happening.
Long throw looking towards that Pivo and Felder. Some nice layoff play, but can't connect with teammate Yoni Reisman, the New Jersey native. This will be a kick in deep in the corner for Israel. 2 minutes gone here at Harishonim Hall. Both teams trying to improve to 2-0 in Group B play. Top 2 from Group A and top 2 from Group B will advance to the semifinals. A giveaway from Morris in the United States there. But a quick recovery, and Israel will recycle with Shani. And now over to Buganim and back to Shani. Buganim up the pitch to Fasenko. Up the court, I should say. Futsal, not soccer. Headed away by McKee, but only to an Israeli foot in Amit. A nice foot in there by Reisman. Head coach for the United States is Matt Smith, the Baltimore native. His background's in soccer, but he's enjoyed coaching this team in futsal and is hoping to coach futsal for the United States in Uruguay in the next Pan Am Games for Maccabi. A little bit of a feeling out period here. Strong battle on the ball there. Fair play, says the official, and Feder. There's head coach Matt Smith. He is assisted by the aforementioned Yoel Ovadia.
And just like we were talking about earlier, pace being such a huge part of today's game. Matt Smith last night in our conversation said that these boys simply don't understand the term slow down, and they just have that energy and that dynamic for the entire game. So even 4 minutes in, you're seeing that passion, you're seeing that drive. I mean, players diving for the ball on the floor, guarding the ball with their entire body, obviously aside from their hands. But you're seeing that pace that needs to be consistent throughout the entire game, and that's really the key to success here in futsal.
Free kick for McKee, and it's blocked by the wall. Ball wasn't played quick enough by Davidov. That's what gave the U.S. the free kick. And they'll recycle here with Rafi Morris. Shot from distance goes wide. Feder not afraid to have a go, and rightfully so. 3 goals and an assist on Sunday, and that win against Mexico. That was Mexico Cajol. A nice block there by Rafi Morris, with Israel bearing down on goal, and a corner here for the Israelis. It'll be taken by Jan Fasenko. First ball is cleared, but recycled by Buganim. American crowd making their presence felt.
I have to say, this is the
Shot
most
from
spirited
distance, finds the corner. What a strike, Jan Fasenko picking out that corner, and Israel strikes first. It's 1-0.
I have to say, this is one of the most spirited American crowds I've seen at any of our games that I've been to so far. Definitely a lot of energy in the crowd today. And you can see on your replay that attempted goal.
Fasenko's second goal of the tournament. A dangerous turnover here. Fasenko was looking for a second. Tried to curl it. Didn't have enough bend on it. But some nervy moments here for the Americans. Pivo Feder couldn't hold it up there. Shani over to Amit. And now the goal scorer, Fasenko. And a loose touch there from Amit. It'll be a kick in for the U.S. Just trying to settle things down here. Morris goes back to McKee. Feder has that go off his knee and out of play. 2 20-minute halves here in futsal. A higher scoring game than football or soccer, wherever you're from. And there's a foul. Rafi Morris doesn't agree.
But nonetheless, the energy persists on both sides. Never a moment off. And you can see on that replay right there.
Yonatan Buganim standing over it. A 2-man wall for the U.S. Morris and Feder. Morris comes off of it. That's just wide of that near post. Not far off. Strong play from Israel over the last few minutes. They're winning a lot of these balls in the midfield.
And I think what's really working to the Israelis' advantage is that they're playing a lot with their heads. They're receiving those high balls even before they touch the floor.
Look at McKee. Lays it off, and that's a beautiful goal for the U.S. Zach Feder evens it up at 1. But Meyer McKee making that goal happen.
Zach Feder plays for MLS next back at home in New York City. The Pivo.
McKee the fixo, but as we knew coming in, he is not afraid to get involved in the build-up. It was beautiful dribbling and a beautiful pass. Still took a lot for Federer to finish it, but he slotted it home past Davidov. 1-1 now, 6 minutes in. Look at Federer in behind. He lays that one off, skied over the bar. As Yoni Reisman trying to get his first goal of the tournament. Did have 2 assists against Mexico. Federer pressing, but worked out of there. Shani back to Buganim. For M. Shani, 4 goals last match. A nice step there by Meyer McKee. The captain, a strong start in this one. Trying to play that in behind for Morris. It was held up thanks to a defensive play by Shani, and the U.S. will have a kick in.
Tie game right now, but it's still pretty early in the first half.
Kick in for the U.S. No subs for either side so far, but a reminder those will happen on the fly. Israel had kind of taken control for a couple minutes, but the U.S. has settled back down, wouldn't you say?
Definitely.
Reisman loses that one, the edge of the penalty area.
No drop in energy. There's definitely, I haven't seen anybody look like they're even remotely tired on either side.
Israel's got numbers here, though, and what a save! Micah Topchi denying Oshri Amit.
You could see that frustration pulling his entire shirt over his head. You could see it there on your replay.
That's a big save for Topchi and a giveaway. A chance for Federer, but a nice recovery by Buganim, bailing out his teammate. Looks like a couple of Israeli subs getting ready to check in. The U.S. goes back to the Philly native Micah Topchi. Tried to go through all the way up to Federer without playing through the alas. Those are the wingers, midfielder type players. Most teams play with 1 defender, which is the Fixo, 2 midfielder winger archetypes, the alas, and a striker, the pivot.
Coach Matt Smith also said last night that the U.S. team likes to play in a diamond formation, and I haven't seen them change up that strategy yet, but it seems to be working for them so far, so why switch up what's been going well?
Reisman in behind and a big save on the other end. Davidov saying whatever Topchi can do, I can do better. 2 big saves from these keepers to keep it at 1-1. Rafi Morris takes the corner. Gets the return feed, and now a breakaway for the Israelis. Reisman doing some defensive work there to stop the break. McKee loses it. A sliding challenge in the midfield. Reisman, if he can spot Morris, he's got space, and that takes a deflection for a corner. Was talking to coach about the responsibilities of the pivot defensively, of the Fixo in attack. He said if things are going well, they will be playing all ends, and we saw that just a moment ago with Federer having defensive responsibilities. Shani trying to work free. Shot from the top is wide by Shriki. It's Maury Shriki, one of the subs on for Israel.
Maury Shriki had 21 goals in the Israeli regular season, in which this Israeli team went undefeated in the Northern Youth League. So scoring is definitely something that he's pretty strong at, and we could see from him this afternoon.
Zach Federer is strong in the scoring department as well. Almost had his second there, but a big save from Davidov. Now just a second to breathe here. It's been a tense first 10 minutes. A nice touch off, but a strong recovery from Reisman. Reisman, a vice captain for this U.S. side, captained by Meyer McKee. I was asking before the match, well, who's going to wear the armband? They said we don't have one. So no one's wearing it. But from what I've gathered, it would be McKee. And he was holding the little pennant to exchange with Israel before the match.
McKee also plays on MLS Next. The U.S. team has 4 players on this MLS Next team. That would be Alex Cohen, Zach Federer, and Meyer McKee. and Micah Topchi, all players who have had a critical role in today's game and really have just been all over the court.
Amit almost picked up Israel's second goal there. That was just wide of the far post. U.S. looking to go long. Second ball won by the substitute, Yaktuber. And a big save by Davidov, not afraid to come off his line. That's Max Yaktuber, Seattle native, number 5, first sub for the U.S. As Reisman gets a bit of a rest. Low scoring so far. Some big saves from the keeper, some late defensive recoveries coming from all positions, not just the Fixos.
But this low scoring really doesn't surprise me. I mean, both sides, both teams have incredible defense and are incredibly strong and dynamic throughout the court. I mean, the only reason one would score is if they get all through past the defense, and this has been a pretty tight defensive game. That
was another huge save from Topchi, just getting his fingertips to it. Israel not afraid to shoot from distance and with tremendous accuracy as well. Morris just too far for Liam Etkes. Etkes and Feder actually have some experience playing together, but Feder now on the bench. Yes, correct. Against each other, sorry, when they were little.
Must be interesting to now be playing with the competition.
Absolutely, that's what happens when you play for your country. Etkes almost having that one fall for him. Instead, it was Asulin. All into the middle and a free man in behind. That's Asulin. Asulin shoots just wide.
Same frustration as last time. It seems that they just full body rage.
And this match between Israel and the United States is brought to you by Ken and Linda Morton, proud supporters of Maccabi Media. 1-1, tightly contested here. Long ball over the top. Beautiful touch down there.
Really playing off of the sides in this game. Lots of inbounding the ball, lots of out of bounds plays just to regain that control and utilizing that aspect of futsal.
Here's Asulin looking for the ball in behind and just out of the reach that time of Reisler.
Starting to see that communication there from Topchi just from the goal.
Asulin in a battle won by McKee. The prowess of Meyer McKee there. Here's Morris.
And there's Shariki with the ball, attempted goal. Unfortunately, it was unsuccessful. U.S. taking a page out of the Israeli playbook, just punting the ball across the court and hoping that there's a woman to receive it on the other end.
Israeli player going down a little bit easy. The U.S. was trying to play with numbers there, but now it's Israel in behind with Asulin. And a number of times now we've seen Yaktuber in that recovery mode. If McKee's going to play higher up the pitch, someone's got to help out in behind, and that's been Yaktuber.
It seems that there's some sort of play that the Israelis keep attempting to be successful that has worked for them to get a goal, because they keep passing over to Asulin and hoping that he can take that shot, but every time either Topchi or one of the other American defenders has been able to prevent that. Almost successful there, but just short of the goal.
Yeah, that was close from Maury Shrieky. Israel connecting well with these shots from distance.
Israel seem to notice that that play isn't working, and they subbed out Asulin.
Feder earns the free kick. After 5 fouls, each subsequent free kick results, each foul results in a free kick from the second penalty spot. A little bit further from the goal than the main penalty spot. McKee from distance, it's blocked in front. Yaktuber winning the second ball, but now it's Israel going the other way. There's McKee, he's everywhere. Big collision in the middle of the park. held on the court and now aerially all the way through to Topchi. Federer goes down. Just wide. The U.S. can't believe there's no foul there. This match between the U.S. and Israel brought to you by the Barth family of New York City. Proud supporters of Maccabi Media. There's a strike just off the palms of Davidov. Federer caught it well, and the U.S. earns a corner. Federer with the back heel doesn't pan out, but the U.S. will have a kick in. Substitution for Israel. First look at Idan Cohen. He hit a goal on Sunday. The son of head coach Itzik Cohen goes by Kiko.
Idan Cohen, one of the younger players on the Israeli team, the second youngest player at only 15 years old.
Reminder, there is no U15 at this year's Maccabiah. So a lot of those younger players playing in the U17.
Two 15-year-olds on this team.
Federer wins it back. Davidov kicks it out, a late whistle.
There's a replay on your screen of that injury. Collision there.
Don't believe there was a foul call.
We got Itai Razor, the other 15-year-old on this team that was just on the floor.
We'd like to thank JBS, America's Jewish television network and the official television partner of Maccabi USA. This competition is being recorded for broadcast on JBS, where family, friends, and supporters across North America can tune in to watch highlights on television. First look there at Ben Hatuka, number 2 for the U.S. Federer can't quite get to that one. McKee touches it down. Federer looking at Hatuka. Just couldn't get the right connection on it.
And Federer and Hatuka, two players who have been had incredible chemistry all game, just playing off of each other. And as you were talking about earlier, these two were opponents back in New York, both playing for, one playing for MLS Next, the other one playing against, Federer playing for MLS Next and Edkis playing against Federer in his school league.
Federer missing the near post, trying to go high on the keeper, Yuval Davidov. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. We've been locked at 1 for quite some time. A beautiful tackle there by Hatuka. U.S. advancing things, but a nice challenge by Buganim to stop Max Yaktuber.
Yaktuber, the St. Louis native, has been incredible at bringing the ball up the court and just going on his own on the wing, and incredible footwork on that point, just charging out any defender in his way. Now being subbed out.
Tani High checks in for him. Every outfield player except for Alex Cohen, the other goalkeeper. So every outfield player for the U.S. has now been on the court.
And this is something that head coach Smith was telling us last night, how this U.S. team has an incredibly deep bench, and honestly, every player can sub in for anyone at any position. Incredibly versatile team that just keeps up the energy the entire game and allows players who may have gotten a little physically exhausted but are mentally still there to recharge and come back in.
The kick back to the keeper, illegal there, so a chance here for the U.S. And a card shown to an Israeli. I couldn't tell who that was garnished to. I think Buganim. And we've got a timeout on the floor with 1:47 to play. 1-1 is the score. So timeout on the floor. Maccabi Media and Maccabi USA would like to thank one of our great partner organizations, Route 1. an initiative of the Jewish education product Route 1, rooted in Israel, connected for life. Sylvia, 1-1, just a couple of minutes to go in the first half. What have you seen so far?
I've seen incredible energy on both sides, incredible footwork on both teams, and both teams seem to have incredible communication as well. Wow, there's a lot of people who say the word incredible, but seriously, I'm very impressed by all the footwork that's been going on today, and that's truly, this low-scoring game is the sign of two great teams going head-to-head, two incredibly versatile teams. I mean, there are technically, obviously, positions in futsal, but because of the size of the court, because of the pace of the game, anybody can really be playing any position, and like we were talking about with McKee, though he is a pivot who should be playing in the back, he has scored and he has scored multiple times in past games and has had multiple opportunities for scoring today just because of what this field allows. So I really think 1-1 means that it's a great competition between both sides.
And speaking of McKee, it looks like he's set up to take this right here. A chance for the U.S. to get in front. It was Israel striking first with Jan Fasenko, and then Zach Feder evening things up for the U.S., but we've been all square at one for a large majority of this first half.
Each American marking a man on the Israeli team. Taking that jump a little early.
Now McKee strikes, and a big save, but the rebound is in. It's a brace for Zach Feder, and the U.S. leads 2-1.
Zach Feder, who had 3 goals and 1 assist in last game, coming up to his second goal in today's game. Both of the U.S.'s points have been scored here by Zach Feder.
Ben Hatuka trying to get the crowd pumped up, and they obliged. 1:30 to go, 2-1 U.S., thanks to a first half double from Zach Feder. Trying to find Feder again, but now it's a run out for Oshri Amit. Amit rolls that one over and shoots wide. A nice job by Topchi to close down the angle. Beautiful ball roll from Amit, but couldn't make anything happen. Approaching 1 minute to play here in the first half. A stumble there from Chai, but he'll play on. Advantage here for Chai in the U.S. And it'll be a kick in deep in Israeli territory. Chai strikes on the volley. That goes out for a kick in.
The American team really shooting from all angles, close and far, every position they possibly can, just getting as many shots on goal.
Nice back heel there to Shani. Throws on the brakes, fires, and a save. Topchi having a really strong first half.
And Topchi is not afraid of coming out of the goal, and like I was saying earlier, every player in futsal can play every position, including the goalie who has come out today as a defender on multiple occasions.
And a nice throw there over the top. Feder, too heavy of a touch, and back the other way for Oshri Amit. How's that for defending from Meyer McKee? And the composure as well. He's got that get out of jail free card, and he's used it. McKee to Feder, just left it a little short for him, and numbers in behind for Israel. They don't take advantage at first, outside of the boot. It won't go, and now Hatuka will run out of time. That is it for the first half. 2-1 U.S., a goal from Jan Fasenko, 2 goals from Zach Feder, and the United States leads it 2-1, trying to improve to 2-0 in this battle of unbeatens. Head coach for the U.S. got to have some good energy for the way things have gone. That's Matt Smith. I know he didn't get a lot of sleep last night because I was watching the United States World Cup match with him, but hopefully a better performance from this United States team will keep him going. And we're hoping to hear from him in just a moment, but before we do, Sylvia, what were your thoughts on that first half?
I mean, incredible first half. Like I was saying earlier, the low scoring obviously means an incredible dynamic on both teams, but I am particularly impressed with Top G's gameplay, coming in and not afraid to be that defender, essentially a defender who can use his hands on the field and just coming out and sliding and diving for every ball. And you can really see the dynamic between him and McKee, whose name we have brought up many, many times today. He has just, whenever Top G steps out of goal, McKee steps in for him, allowing Top G to come out and push up. You can even see now in the huddle that Top G is got as much of a coach and as much of a captain as the rest of the players. He's really just guiding the entire team and just telling them what he needs from them, because at the end of the day, there are so few players on the field, on the court at once.
Okay, we're going to step aside for a quick break. The U.S. leading it 2-1.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Maccabi USA's U19 water polo team made a splash at the 22nd Maccabiah with a win over Brazil on July 3rd, but fell 17-7 in a defeat against Israel Lavon on Sunday the 5th. Head coach Paul Hetler assessed the team after the loss.
We rushed our shooting. We weren't calm and focused. We missed several 6-on-5s.
Hetler also noted that Israel plays a very physical style, something the U.S. will have to be ready for when they take on Israel Kahol in the final game of round-robin play on Monday. 16-year-old Eduardo Fogel led the way offensively for the Americans, scoring 4 of the team's goals.
Our communication was pretty good. Goalkeeping was good. I felt like the goalies did a solid job. You know, they made some big saves. Israel's a really good team. They challenged us in every area. And, you know, today they were better than we were.
Well, despite the loss in the pool, this Maccabiah experience is truly one of a kind and a chance for these young Jewish American athletes to immerse themselves in Israeli culture and meet other Jewish athletes from around the world.
It's super fun. You know, I trade shirts. I trade an Israel shirt. I have a Brazil one at my hotel, and it's just super fun getting to communicate with other countries and like be united. That's what this is for, unite countries.
I think the Maccabiah experience is just a fantastic opportunity for them to play at the international level against other countries. It's very high-level water polo, which is just a priceless experience.
For Maccabi Media, I'm Ari Wall.
I'm Devin Chernin with Maccabi Media. I'm here with August Katz. August, you just won gold at the Maccabiah for wrestling. You just wrestled your own teammate. I mean, what are the emotions like right now?
Well, it's definitely a weird feeling. I mean, we're roommates at the hotel too, so, you know, it's a little awkward sometimes, but it's fun wrestling your own teammate. You know, I'm just happy that we could both win a medal, a good medal for the USA.
You just said you guys are roommates, so is this going to give you guys any sort of bragging rights over each other going forward throughout the rest of the trip?
Well, we still got Greco-Roman wrestling tomorrow and beach wrestling on Tuesday. So I guess once we're done with that, if we're all in the finals for all 3, I guess it'll be best 2 out of 3 for bragging rights.
August Katz, first place, 70 kilos.
What's your cheat meal going to look like on Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon?
Oh man, the buffet at the hotel is amazing. It's I'm gonna have everything. The dessert there is off the hook. Probably 3-4 plates of dessert, a lot of chicken. We'll have a good time.
August, congratulations again.
Thank you.
More information about the sports and events, go to MaccabiUSA.com.
I'm here at the Maccabiah Expo for the 2026 Maccabiah here in Tel Aviv, and this is a place with all sorts of fun sights and sounds. So let's take a look around. Our first stop here is the lawn outside, where we've got all sorts of fun mini games. We got soccer over here to my right. We got basketball behind me. We got even axe throwing over there. So let's try our luck and see how we do. All right, let's try it. It is hot out here, and all that activity outside calls for some food and drinks, and in this case, some ice cream. Perfect for a hot day like this. Let's head on inside. And inside, with the lovely air conditioning, people get to learn about the latest in sports technology here at the Sports Innovation Expo. And we do have some official Maccabiah competitions happening as well here at the Expo. USA's 3-on-3 boys basketball is playing a match right behind them. That's what's here at the Maccabiah Tel Aviv Expo. For Maccabi Media, I'm Ari Wall saying so long.
It's an impressive feat in and of itself that American duo Tom Tishby and Seth Goldstein are even playing at the paddle tournament here at Kfar HaMaccabiah in Maccabi 2026. It took a lot for the two to get here. Tom slipped on the court during training on Wednesday before opening ceremonies, and MRI results revealed a torn meniscus. The duo was able to take Thursday off, but that meant 3 matches in just a few hours on Friday morning.
It's tough. This game is a lot about small movements. You don't run in one direction. You don't sprint. This is about explosive power, getting to the right position quickly, 2 steps, turn around, twist. It's not easy with an injured knee, but it was completely worth it. Even if it didn't feel natural. If it wasn't a Maccabiah, maybe I wouldn't have played. But you came all the way to Israel. You cannot experience it.
Tom Tishby was born in Israel, but had been living in the United States for many years. He first played paddle on an Israel Bonds trip with his teammate Seth Goldstein. Tom moved to London about a year ago, and it was only then that he really got into the game. Now Tishby and Goldstein are on the court together in Israel.
Just being here with all the other teams, my friends from around the world, doesn't get any better. Nowhere I'd rather be.
Tom had some tough times even before this injury in the Maccabiah. He was a combat naval officer for just shy of a decade with the IDF and was injured during his service. He had multiple surgeries to remove shrapnel in his left foot, but he still has 8 or 9 pieces in there.
You can find yourself with an injury in a wheelchair, feeling sorry for yourself, and then you can decide to control what you can control. Work hard, and you find yourself here playing in the Maccabiah, getting injured again, but you can play in the Maccabiah, representing your country, the USA, which I'm highly proud to be a citizen, in the country of Israel, which I can say that I would have chosen anywhere else to be born.
For Seth, there were no doubts about Tom playing after the knee injury.
And being a naval officer that he is, he doesn't have an off switch. That's why he's my partner.
I have 9 shrapnels in my left foot right now, so I know some level of pain. It's a 9. It's not easy, but it was completely worth it. And I'm lucky enough to have a supportive partner that knew that we're going to go through this together. And regardless of the result,
goals for both sides, a very, very defensive and physical mid-game, leading to that score late. Talk me through what was going through your head for the first 20 minutes.
It's what we expected. They're a good team. They're very technical. We just need to keep our intensity up and really just press them. Don't give them a chance to make any plays.
It's kind of like night and day looking at you and your assistant coach on the sideline. You're very, quiet, methodical, standing there, and he's all over the place yelling. Tell me how it feels for you and what's going through your head about being on the sideline with something like that.
It's a good mix, and I always joke around with them. I want to be quiet, so when I do yell, they know I mean something and they're ready for it. But Yoel's always on them, which is, I think we work well together in that way. And he gets to scream at them all the time, and when I need to say something, I say it. They listen. Ideally, that's the way it works.
All right, awesome, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool. Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah. So fast.
Great stuff, Zach. Thank you so much to Coach Matt Smith. We were talking to Yoel yesterday, and he said these kids told them they're fine with, having the coaches be fiery to them. At the end of the day, everybody wants the same thing, and that is to win. So 2-1, change sides. Israel in the white will attack the goal to your right, and the U.S. in the blue will attack the goal to your left. Sylvia, what are you looking for in the second half?
I'm looking to see if there's a level of energy shift, because every player has not gotten tired in this entire match. And I used to play indoor soccer, which obviously has similar rules to futsal, and by the end of, we would have subs every 5 minutes, but it seems like the coaches on both sides are subbing out players every half a quarter and half a half, and no players are getting tired. So I'm waiting to see if there's any kind of exhaustion come through.
The next Maccabi Media broadcast is tomorrow. U.S. women's volleyball in the semifinal of the Open Division. TBD on the time on that. Looking like 4 or 6 p.m. Israeli time. But we want to remind you that Maccabi Media's next broadcast is brought to you by MHS Lift. MHS Left, moving what's next. As Israel looks to play this one long. McKee doing some defensive work.
And incredible saves there by Davidov. Well, I was talking to them before the game. He goes, I'm the best goalie in the entire north of Israel. And I mean, honestly, he might just be living up to that name.
Goalies are rarely short of confidence. They are interesting creatures. Re'em Shani trying to get an attack started for Israel. They scored first, and then it was 2 from Zach Feder. Now up to 5 on the tournament. 6 goal contributions with his assist from Sunday as well. Nice step in there from Yoni Reisman.
And this is the first time we have seen, and even last game when we were here, the first time we have seen any team really utilize those walls as an opportunity for a kick in. Not something you really see in futsal.
To the byline and cut back. That was a dangerous cross. Israel will recycle. We saw them try to play over the top and in behind the United States in the first half. Now a little spell of possession for them, playing against this set U.S. defense as Reisman all up in Amit's grill. Oshri Amit, 3 goals on Sunday. He's taken off of it here. Reisman for the U.S. will fire it off of Shani for a U.S. kick-in.
Shani of Brazilian heritage. I mean, you can really see that Brazilian footwork. Must be in his blood.
If you want to learn how to play futsal, play outdoor soccer, indoor soccer, any type of soccer with dribbling and tight areas, Brazil's the place to go. Corner here for the U.S. as Reisman comes towards goal. A jumble in there. McKee will fire from distance. The ball will stay in that end.
Matt Smith saying that McKee is ideally in the game for as long as possible. And he really, I mean, I haven't even seen him step off the court, step off the field, and he hasn't gotten tired the entire time.
Tipped over the bar that time by by Topchi.
Incredible save there.
Topchi and Davidov having really strong matches so far for these two sides. You see another look at that save from the U.S. number 1. Reisman can't get that one off of Fisenko, but some strong goalkeeping again from Topchi. Israel starting strong here in the second half. Miskicked by Amit and a break for the U.S.
And we were talking about that speed earlier. It was a very high-paced, fast-paced game, and we're seeing on Topchi, even when he comes out of the goal, even when he dives for the ball, if he sees that his save was unsuccessful and he has to recalibrate his strategy to get to that ball, he's up in 2 seconds. I mean, when I see him down and then I blink, he's back up again.
High energy squad for the U.S. All good pressure there from Feder. Here comes Amit. A nice defensive recovery there by Rafi Morris. Reisman into the middle, and an outstanding save from Davidov, denying Federer of the hat trick. And then Morris sends his effort wide.
Zach Federer, if he gets one more goal, that's a second. 2 games in a row, he'll have a hat trick.
He was close there. So now Rafi Morris, born in Cape Town, now in New York, has his corner sent out for a kick in. Chance of USA here at Harishonim Hall in Herzliya. Will Hopkins and Sylvia Zeltzer on the call. Zach Karpf down on the sidelines. U.S. clears their lines, and Israel will have to reset. Shrieky can't get around the U.S. duo of Federer and Reisman. Bit of a different looking second half compared to the first. More possession for Israel. Trying to work through this set U.S. defense, and Federer getting involved defensively and getting pumped up.
I mean, I mentioned earlier that in the first half, I noticed that Israel was running similar plays the entire time, trying to get it to the same player at the top every single time. And this half, they really just changed that dynamic. I mean, the U.S. caught on what they were doing every time, and that's what led to the lead at the end of the first half. But here we're saying that Israel is trying something different every time. I mean, there we go. We just megged.
Shrieky off the bar. He caught that well with the left. Beat Topchi, but not the frame of the goal. Great hold-up play there from Federer. Reisman can't get much on the left-footed effort. Now we're starting to see that pace that we saw in the first half. How's that for a tackle from your pivot nonetheless? Great stuff from Federer. Good ball movement here from the U.S., but a big foot from Davidov. Back and forth we go.
Collision there, a little frustration from Shani on the side, talking to the ref. Something about his shin. You can see that tackle there on your replay.
That's no striker's challenge. Great defensive work from the pivot, Zach Federer. So still 2-1. 2-on-1 here for Israel, and they even it up at 2-2. Mori Shrieky.
Mori Shrieky, we were talking about earlier in the Israeli Youth League season, had 21 goals for the season, and here is his first goal of the day, of the afternoon in this game.
2-2.
This score.
A nice finish from Shrieky, some disappointment from Topchi, but he's made a number of good saves. Federer can't get it around Davidov, who had come off his line. You can feel the tension here in Harishonim Hall. All even at 2. The next goal will be huge in determining who will come out with the win. McKee tripped up, no call. And now in behind for the goal scorer, Shrieky. He strikes from distance. Big save, Topchi.
Topchi looking frustrated.
I think he wanted a foul call on the challenge on McKee. Shrieky right into the belly of Topchi. October in now for the United States, wearing number 5.
Earlier, Shrieky was frustrated about a call and seemed to look like he had a little pain in his shin. I mean, I'm seeing a little limping from him right now. He looks like he's still in pain. However, he did take off the shin guard on the shin that he said that seemed to be bothering him earlier. But that didn't seem to stop him.
Seems to be moving fine when he has the ball. Seems to always works out that way.
When he has the ball, he's okay. Getting to the ball, he's limping.
A kick in deep in United States territory for the Israelis. They've had a lot of the ball here in half number 2.
This Israeli team has also been has had incredible contact today. an aggressiveness towards the other team. I mean, I've noticed on multiple occasions when they're defending an American, they pick a man and they grab onto him, grab onto his shirt, and physically hold him back away from the ball, which I'm not sure how none of that got called, but it's been working for them so far.
Out to the States. Under 12 minutes to play. Tied it to a low-scoring affair here. Meyer McKee, the captain. Up to Yachtuber. Yachtuber trying to get it in behind to Feder. Reisman leaps for the header.
A lot more headers from the U.S. team in this half.
This match between the U.S. and Israel is brought to you by Aaron, Jason, Elisa, and Howard Hook. Am Yisrael Chai. We've got quite the match on our hands here. 2 goals apiece. Fresh sub checking in for Israel. Good hold-up play from the pivot there. And strong goalkeeping from Topchi, coming well off his line.
And very aggressive throws there from Topchi. He hasn't rolled the ball or thrown it across the court much. It's been more of a chuck to the half-court line. But every time the U.S. seems to receive it very well.
Easy pickings for Davidov. Feder trying to work it up to Yachtuber. Instead, Israel comes away with it with the fresh sub. That's Fasenko. Feder loses at the halfway line. Strong step in from Yachtuber.
Topchi telling his teammates to push up and to watch Shani.
So much of this half played in this end. U.S. is trying to get out, and Topchi is trying to order them to do that. Shot blocked by Yachtuber. Reisman on it now. Looks to play it long into Feder. What a goal!
Off the knee.
First touch volley for Zach Feder. One hat trick was not enough. He's got his second in as many matches.
Feder hyping up the crowd now, and he's getting that energy from the U.S. crowd checking out now for Liam Edkis, the guy his former opponent, now teammate.
How about that ball in behind from Reisman, though? Inch perfect, as was the finish. Beautiful goal. U.S. leading it 3-2. Nice piece of dribbling there by Reisler.
Reisler, one of the youngest players on the team, and his father played handball in this very stadium many years ago. It's also his second time playing in the Maccabiah games. He played 4 years ago in Haifa, so this competitiveness and this territory is nothing foreign to him.
McKee struggling a little bit on the other end of the court. He stumbled over the ball and had a little bit of a limp after. Chance out in front. What a save! But on the rebound, Israel evens things up.
Topchi on the floor in disbelief, but even like I was saying before, every player on this U.S. team plays every position. I mean, Topchi was on the floor tackling the ball, and though he was unable to get up and save that, Liam Edkis jumps into the goal in place of him and attempts to block the shot, though he was unsuccessful.
Oshri Amit with the goal. 3 different goal scorers for Israel, whereas Feder's got all 3 for the U.S. McKee staying out there, moving better now than he was a minute ago. Amit trying to play this one in behind, and a big challenge, and a needed challenge from the captain, Meyer McKee. Past the halfway point of this second half. Our 3rd tie of the match. We were tied at 1, tied at 2, and now we are tied at 3.
I mean, it's really just back and forth. It's almost like they're waiting for one another to score, and that's what you see, that drive after a goal, that desire to even things up.
Chance of Yisrael. They look to go long. McKee's not having any of it.
And I mean, 8 minutes in soccer, that's really not that much time. I mean, this game could go over or end in a tie.
Topchi is struggling. Saw him grab that area around his right hip earlier in the match, and now he's grabbing it and seems to be in some deal of pain. And I think they want to check on him.
Saying he's okay, he's good, but
he's not going out of this match if he has any say about it.
all the players gathering over there checking on him anyway. Topchi committed to staying in this game.
Long ball's deflected. Battle in the midfield, and that looked painful. U.S. coming out worse for the wear. Etkis is going to battle on, but you can see the look on his face.
Shin guard lost there by Reisman.
He's carrying on in a last-ditch defensive effort from Israel, and now they've got a 2v1. McKee back defensively and manages by himself well before he gets help from Etkis.
Etkis running him back for his shin guard that he lost. Oh, no, he's not. Etkis checking out. Shin guard staying on the court.
And now the hat-trick man, Zach Feder, back in. Rafi Morris is getting ready to check in. Looks like Yoni Reisman is struggling now.
Chants of Israel in the crowd. Yoni Reisman, born in Israel, moved of the U.S. to New Jersey, my home state, when he was just 2 years old. Now checking out of the game, looks in pain once again with those shins.
An unfortunate deflection for the United States.
Topchi in disbelief. Did you see his face there? Chants of Israel in the crowd. The whole back row standing up.
A goal for Israel, I believe, off of Zach Feder. No chance for Topchi off the deflection, and it's 4-3 Israel. Their third lead of the match. They led it 1-0, 3-2, and now 4-3. America's got 7 minutes to get things back squared.
An incredible slide there from Itai Razor, youngest player on the team at just 15 years old. Just recently turned 15 years old.
An unfortunate break going against the U.S. They'll have to bounce back. Israel on the ball. U.S. pressing high up the court. A sliding challenge there by Reisler.
Reisler playing on the floor. His shoe seems to be falling off of his heel. Taking a minute to fix that.
In behind, a big save for Topchi to keep the U.S. in this one. If you're the States, you cannot go down 2 goals. Ping-ponging around in the penalty area. The U.S. clears the danger and comes all the way through to Topchi. Still time for the U.S. No need to panic just yet, as they've earned the kick in here. Now Israel back the other way. Shot from the top is just wide. A lot of time and space there for Itai Reisler.
Reisler coming all the way off of the defense, running back to the defensive line, checking out for Shrieky, who's back in just as the ball goes up to the U.S. side. Israel side, excuse me.
Couldn't tell exactly where it went out.
Looks like back corner.
They're going to say that it is a corner. I couldn't tell if it was a deep kick in or a corner, but it's a corner. McKee sends it in and out of bounds before the near post. Approaching 5 minutes to play. Israel up by 1. This battle of unbeaten. Zach Feder with a nice challenge and some nice dribbling, but his pass lets him down and he slips down to the floor. Pasenko from distance has it blocked by Rafi Morris. Morris, a second-generation Maccabi athlete. We chronicled the story of his dad earlier on. Deflected shot all the way through to Topchi. Looking long for Feder. The header won by the Israelis.
Just 4.5 minutes to go. Time here is running out. And the ball is being there's too much play in front of the U.S. goal for any coach's liking and for anyone on the field. Once again, Meyer McKee has not checked out of the game even once. He's been playing for the entire time, and that's exactly what Matt Smith said was the goal.
And that's why
the floor.
Challenges like that, the U.S. just can't break through. Feder whistled for the foul. Four minutes left to play. Israel 4, U.S. 3. It's the Kahol side for Israel, the Levant side for the U.S. Each nation with at least 2 teams. Israel's got 3, actually. And that third team is in this Group B. What a strike, an individual effort from Mori Shriki to create space and execute.
The crowd chanting, Mori chanting his name, this player with 21 goals last season, and that's his second goal today.
It is a brace for Shriki, the first 2-goal lead for either side, and it'll force the United States to take a timeout. We'll step aside before we have the conclusion here at Harishonim Hall. Beautiful scenes not too far away. Tel Aviv Beach, where I'll be honest, I enjoyed my Shabbat. It was packed, and why not? Nice place to cool off in the water after the heat here in Israel. And we've got some heat on the court. The U.S. got to right the ship with 3:44 left to go. What are the keys for the rest of the way for you, Sylvia?
I mean, we're definitely keep that intensity up. Don't let the exhaustion get to you. Last 3 minutes of the game, just push through and get tired in 3 minutes.
They've got the rest of the day to rest. Just over 3.5 minutes to get back in this one. Struggles at the back, a big-time save from Topchi, and a great defensive recovery from Rafi Morris.
Topchi just sliding all over the floor, doesn't even take the time to stand up, and blocks 3 goals from lying down. I mean, maybe he's getting tired, maybe he wants to take a nap, but he's taking a nap on the floor and blocking goals in his sleep.
Reisman was looking for that top corner. A great save from Davidov in a corner for the U.S. and a miscommunication. McKee zigged when Feder was expecting him to zag. Wasted opportunity for the U.S. Shot from distance is blocked by Morris, and that one's easily picked up by Topchi. 3 minutes to play. Thanks for tuning in on Maccabi USA YouTube.
Reisman unsure who to pass to. Doesn't look like any of his teammates were open. Chooses McKee, a safe bet most of the time, but unfortunately this time it resulted in a kick-in for the Israeli team.
Mistake at the back, though. Can Feder take advantage? Davidov off his line quickly. He's played great today. Right in front of the goal, a battle there. Won by Israel. McKee doing everything he can. He's all over the pitch.
McKee, a pivot who usually plays in the back, but now he's the highest up the court of all the players.
He really does it all.
How many steps do you think he takes per game?
More than I usually get in a day, I'll say that much. Morris trying to get that into Feder. U.S. 3-on-2 here if they hurry. Reisman with the strike, and that's blocked away. They're going to check on Re'em Shani. Looks like he's holding his right shoulder. He's going to head to the bench.
Shani, who had 4 goals for the Israeli team last game, this could be an advantage for the U.S. in the final 2 minutes of this match.
Corner for the U.S. to be taken by Yoni Reisman. Sends it in on the ground, kicked out. U.S. applying the pressure, but not generating the clear-cut chances that they need. Wonder if we'll see the flying goalkeeper here towards the end. Beautiful ball movement from the U.S., but Davidov comes up huge. McKee can't believe that didn't find the back of the net. Beautiful tiki-taka and tight spaces from the Americans, but it didn't amount to anything. U.S. starting to run out of time. Now or never, they still need 2. Reisman has his pass blocked. Morris up to Feder. Feder with the strike, and that's blocked in front of goal. 122
really
and ticking.
That back line.
They're putting their bodies on the line.
I say line, it's one man. But staying consistent with that diamond formation throughout this entire game.
You have to imagine they'll start to put some more numbers forward. A big save that time for Topchi.
And there it is again, the second Topchi steps out of goal. Another player, whoever's closest in this case, it was Reisman, steps in for him. There's never a player, the goal is never without a player.
Shot deflected over the goal. That'll kill some more precious time. It looks like Israel's going to make a sub and put Re'em Shani back on, even though he's holding his right shoulder. Almost hit the basketball hoop. 40 seconds and counting. Israel more than content to just keep the ball away from their goal and have that clock tick.
Smiles on all their faces.
Improving to 2-0 puts you in prime position to advance to the semifinals. 1-1, and it all comes down to that third match.
Two players flipping over each other on the line. 20 seconds remaining in this matchup. We have Feder there at the taking a shot again. Unfortunately, he was unsuccessful, and now we're only at 9 seconds left.
Yeah, just 9.9 to play. The U.S. trailing by 2 as that shot goes wide, and it looks like it's going to be Israel Cajol improving to 2-0 ahead of their match tomorrow against Mexico. Cajol
looking to take a last-minute shot there, though Israel is unsuccessful, and the ball last play by Rafi Morris, the South African.
And that will do it. 5-3. Israel Cajol takes it over U.S. Levon. It'll bring up a big third match for the United States against Israel 3 tomorrow.
This Israeli team continuing their undefeated streak from the Israeli season last year. Showing here, you can see on your monitors, Mori Shriki hyping up the crowd, and Yonatan Buganim. There's Shriki again, showing his number, clapping up everybody. He's just keeping that energy high after those 2 goals today.
MHS Lift is the proud sponsor of the next stream for Maccabi Media. That will be Open Volleyball. They're also the partner for today's player of the game, which we are proud to announce is Mori Shriki with 2 goals. 2 goals for him, 1 for Amit, 1 for Fasenko, and an unfortunate own goal, bringing Israel's total to 5 as they won this one 5-3. What were your takeaways, Sylvia?
I mean, I was talking to Maury Shriki before the game, and he was telling me that this team has an incredible dynamic. They're incredible together. They have a great chemistry throughout their last season, and we really saw it consistently today. I mean, just that communication, I could hear them through my headset. I could hear them over the crowd just talking to each other, even while the game was in play, shifting their dynamic. Now we're going to toss it over to Zach Karp on the sideline with head coach Matt Smith of the U.S. team.
With Itzik Cohen of Israel.
Coach, really exciting second half there. It seemed like in the first half, nobody could really gain the momentum, but your team took over on offense in the second half. Tell me what was going through your mind there.
The first half, we don't play like we want. The second half, we play like we want. We move the ball, and number 18 is a good player. We tell him all the time, give him the ball and go with him to do a goal. I hope the next game it's be better, and the next game we win, and we go to the final.
It seemed like there was a lot of energy coming from the USA sideline with their coaches in the first half. How does it feel to think about that you shut them down a little bit and took the momentum in the second half there?
No, this is the game. This is football. Everybody want to win. I think they're very good players. I think we are a good team, and maybe we go to the final together.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you to Zach Karp, and thank you to Coach Cohen as Israel takes this one 5-3, powered by 2 goals from Maury Shriki. Both teams will be back in action tomorrow as Israel Kahol will take on Mexico Kahol at 1 o'clock Israeli time. For the U.S., it'll be later at 8:30 Israeli time. 8:30 Israeli time. That's in the morning against at Tel Shem High School against Israel 3. That will be a pivotal match for the United States. 3 goals from Zach Feder were not enough. Some assists from Meyer McKee and Yoni Reisman. Some positives to take from this match, but in the end, a 5-3 win for Israel. I want to thank our entire crew: Sylvia Zeltzer on color, Zach Karp on the sideline, Josh Markowitz, Ethan Koppelman, and Ezra Cohen on camera, Simon Rosenwasser and Noam Watt behind the scenes. I've been Will Hopkins. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.